Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead shared universe has a bright future after Army of Thieves. Here's everything we know about the franchise's future, timeline, and spin-offs. Following his departure from the DC Extended Universe, Snyder teamed up with Netflix to return to the zombie movie genre. The Dawn of the Dead director made a name for himself with zombies before, but Army of the Dead was the start of Snyder's plan for a massive franchise. Army of the Dead released on Netflix in early 2021 and introduced viewers to Snyder's new zombie universe. The movie focused on a group of mercenaries hired to pull off a massive heist in Las Vegas, which is overrun by alpha zombies. Army of the Dead received very positive reviews and became a huge hit for Netflix. That was a good sign since multiple spin-offs were already in development to expand the universe. This included Army of Thieves, a prequel centered around safecracker Ludwig Dieter, Matthias Schweighöfer, which debuted on the streaming service in late October 2021. The response to the prequel has been similarly warm, even if reviews were slightly more mixed. Zack Snyder never had the chance to finish his plans for the DCU, but Netflix is all in on expanding the Army of the Dead shared universe. Multiple projects are confirmed to be in development, and more could come as the franchise continues to grow. Here's what we know about the future of Snyder's Army of the Dead shared universe. Now that Army of Thieves is out on Netflix, it is time to look ahead to what comes next in the shared universe. The next project is an anime prequel series known as Army of the Dead, Las Vegas. The show will bring back Army of the Dead cast members like Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, and Omari Hardwick. However, Army of the Dead, Las Vegas lead role will be played by Joe Manganiello, with other new cast members including Christian Slater, Vanessa Hudgens, Ross Butler, Yetide Badaki, Jenna Malone, Nolan North, and Ray Porter. It is widely expected that Army of the Dead, Las Vegas will be released in the spring of 2022. The 6-episode series is deep into production at the moment, but Netflix has yet to release any marketing for it. Since the streaming service wants to spread apart new installments in the Army of the Dead shared universe, waiting until March or April 2022 to release Army of the Dead, Las Vegas puts about 6 months between the series and Army of Thieves. With several new characters introduced to this universe, it is unknown if the Army of Thieves cast will return. There are no confirmed plans for Natalie Emmanuel, Rubio, Fee, Stuart Martin, or Gus Kahn to come back in sequels or spin-offs. Zack Snyder has teased that it is possible they will be seen again, including Matthias Schweighöfer despite his apparent death in Army of the Dead. The characters could be featured in Army of the Dead 2 or a direct sequel to Army of Thieves 7. Related, Army of the Dead is a major prequel Easter egg in plain sight. It is already confirmed that Zack Snyder is developing Army of the Dead 2 as he expands the franchise. It's revealed that the sequel will be titled Planet of the Dead, teasing the global scale that the zombie outbreak will reach after Army of the Dead's ending. The sequel could have a mostly new cast based on the casualties the first film included, but Omari Hardwick should be back if Bandero's zombie transformation is explored. However, Snyder's teased that Army of the Dead 2 features time loops could mean many other characters from the first film and larger franchise are featured. As the second installment of the Army of the Dead shared universe, Army of Thieves is surprisingly scarce on direct setup for what will come. The movie's ending directly sets up Ludwig Dieter's role in Army of the Dead, but not much else is teased otherwise. Instead, Army of Thieves is a rather complete and standalone heist story that only makes a few mentions of the zombie apocalypse.